Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to go over a new gun, or not a new gun, but I've gun I've had since 2022, but the Springfield Echelon. I bought this thing as soon as it came out. We'll just break it down from tip to butt like I usually do, and then go from there. So at the very tip, you can see the barrel kind of protrudes a little bit, but it looks good like that. No issues with like the barrel wobbling or anything like that with the slide. Right here you got your front sight, it has a green night sight on there. You can pick that up real easy. Moving on to the side, you have serrations right here that are very deep, but they're not too sharp. So they grip way better than any of the other handgun I've had. So you can see doing press checks is super easy. You got a full rail right here on the bottom to attach whatever lights you want. As you move back a little bit, there is stippling right here on the frame. So you can easily grab as you're presenting that firearm with your thumb. So I'll do it on this side, and it's fine. There's stippling right here on the frame, like I also. So if you're one of those that does the two finger thing or one finger thing, you have grip there on your frame. Move back to the serrations again, right here at the top. As you can see, there's a little groove right here. That little groove prevents slide bite, so you can grab way over here on the back and not get slide bite. Okay, move back on the slide. You got deep serration cuts right here on the back. You also have your rear sight, which is a U notch. It has the white U on the back. On your optics cut, it fits over 30 optics with no plate at all. So you can put RMRs, smaller cuts, the K cut, anything like that on there, and it'll fit just fine. The reason mine has a plate is I'm using the Holosun EPS, and for aesthetics looks, I used the K plate on there just to match it up so it looks flush on that slide. And there's no gap between the optic and the frame. Move to the very back, you got little cuts on the slide right here so you can grip it and pull it. As you can see, I'm having no problems with that. Moving down to the frame, you got very good stippling. If you got a Hellcat Pro or anything like that, it's similar to that. The stippling is very good in my opinion. It grips into your hand firmly. I don't have any issues with slippage. My hands are sweating, nothing like that. It doesn't move. The barrel is a very good barrel. You can reach out to very good distances with this thing with no issue. I think I've shot this thing way more accurate than any other handgun that I have. Get down to your mag release. It's very, very easy to push. It's ambidextrous. So here's an empty mag, gun is clear. If you want to drop the mag, you can drop it normal, or you can just hit it with your middle finger and it'll pop out, and it's not too hard press. At the very top, you got your stop slide release. It looks very thin, but I haven't had any issues hitting it. So locking it back, you can see it sticks out a little bit, but not too much. But as soon as you touched it and you put a little pressure, it drops. It did come with two mags. So you got a 20 round mag and then a 17 round mag. At the beginning of the release, the 20 round mags did explode for some people, but it's because the mag extension was not installed correctly. So once you installed it correctly, I've dropped this thing full of ammo and it hasn't exploded or anything like that. Okay, getting down to the trigger. So the trigger, I'm not sure the pull weight on it. I believe it's 4.5 to 5, but there's your take up, wall, little bit of creep, and then break. And then I'll show that to you again. Take up, wall, break, and then your reset is very short. So I'm releasing a little bit right there, a little bit more, and then it clicks. And then your repress is right there. So a little bit of creep, wall, break. Kyle, do you want to come and take a look at this? We'll see what Kyle thinks about it. I also want to thank Kyle for letting me use the studio. So
how's it going? I'm Kyle.
A shout out for that.
Echelon.
What's your first impression on it?
One thing I really like that Springfield did with the Echelon, the cuts in the slide are super aggressive. It's so much easier compared to like a standard Glock slide to get those re-racks or to clear malfunctions for people who might struggle with like texture problems with their fingers or their hands, or they got weak hand muscles and stuff like that, like older folk. It's so much more ergonomic. And
try out the trigger. What do you think about the trigger?
The trigger, it's got a very, very nice creep, not very much, but the actual break is really crisp. Absolutely nothing like Glock trigger. Tactile reset and really crisp break. So I think Springfield did a really good job with these overall. I like the modularity with the FCU as well.
Yep, I agree. Also, comes with, like I said, 2-round magazines. Or 2 magazines, not 2-round magazines. I did buy a third. Outside of the box, I bought this one from Palmetto. They did send a target showing that they shot it with it. You do get a couple of back straps. So there's these. You can change out the grip angle. I believe I have the small in there because I have smaller, meatier hands, not long fingers. So that's the grip angle I went with. All right, one more thing I wanted to mention is with your optics cut, you do get these little pin sets. So depending on your optic, like a Leopold for example, you can use these and it'll fit under your optic itself to hold it there. So like on Glock plates, you have those little notches to hold the optic in place. That's what these are. And you also get 2 sets. So you get your pin set right here that's kind of silver in color, and then you get your black ones. This one says Shield on it, and then this one says the Delta Point Pro. What do you guys think about the Springfield Echelon? My opinion is a very good gun. I would carry this over a lot of things. I'm interested in trying the compact version and also the comped version. I haven't tried either one of those yet because I am very impressed with this thing. As you can see at the 100 yards shots, it wasn't hard to do. My red dot did go out because of the battery. I figured that out. The battery wasn't tightened all the way. But I had to switch to irons at the 100 and it wasn't hard to hit. So once I figured out where to hold, it wasn't an issue. The housing on the red dot is a little too high, so it blocks out your backups. On the EPS at the beginning of the video, Hollison EPS, on my Springfield, there wasn't an issue with that. You could still see your irons through the dot. But with this one, you do have to kind of guess where you're holding at with your irons. But like I said, it wasn't an issue. I just put the tip of the front sight right at the bottom edge of the red dot housing. And once I figured out where to hold, this thing was putting rounds on steel. Again, what do you guys think of this Springfield Echelon? Would you guys carry it? I'm also wondering if you guys want to see a video between all the duty pistols I have. So I'll put this up against the Glock 45 Gen 5 and also the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to train and stay well.
They not like us. They not fucking bull. They not like us. They not like us. They not like